Hi, I'm Megan.
And I'm Debbie.
We are real-life scientists, and we want to share some science-y stories that are surprising, smelly, and sometimes groundbreaking, but with an Ad Libs twist.
You are listening to Lab Libs.
I'm a bio-pirate, actually. A mouse on a frog? You can't put a mouse on a frog, can you? Square dancing! Square dancing! Woo! Yeehaw!
I paused because I realized I gave away a Lab Libs answer in my intro.
Oh, man. Well, I just like that so many of your intros have a question mark
Yeah.
at the end. It's always a question.
It is always a question.
I'm not sure.
It's definitely groundbreaking, but in a very strange way.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
I'm ready.
You ready for
Out
of context quote?
That's right.
Okay. This out of context quote is as follows. We were late. A lot of people were there. And I walked into the room and I thought, smell!
I was already laughing like before you said smell. I was like, "What is this? Like some narrative?" Like, can you read it one more time?
We were late. A lot of people were there. And I walked into the room and I thought, smell!
Smell. Okay.
Joy Milne said that. Have you ever heard of her?
All right. Nope.
Well, no?
No.
Well, she's a nurse with a doctor for a husband. Basically a normal woman, honestly.
Okay.
And we'll get back to her later.
Okay.
So, my story today centers around a certain neurodegenerative disease, which is your first Lab Libs. I always start out, like the very first sentence
Yeah, sometimes I
is
do
the Lab Libs. So, what did you say? MS, right?
Yeah. Isn't that this? It's neurodegenerative, isn't it?
I think so.
Yeah. Okay. It's not that one.
It's not that one. Second guess?
Oh, a Lou Gehrig's?
Nope.
What's the one that? Oh, the Parkinson's? No.
Yes.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay.
Third tries the charm or whatever.
Right. Let me just keep guessing until I get it.
Yeah.
correct. Yeah. Yep.
So I'm going to give you a little bit of background information on Parkinson's because I didn't really know much about it other than it causes tremors.
Right.
Do you know anything about it?
Yes and no. The only thing I know is because my grandfather had it or got it, but he got it when he was a lot older, which was good, you know. And really, he just kind of, he shook a lot, but he also just kind of became nonverbal.
Yeah.
But that's all, like, my only experience with it.
Gotcha. Well, we'll see that late diagnosis comes into play in the story a lot.
All right, cool.
Yeah. So Parkinson's disease is a disease of the nervous system affecting mainly movement. Symptoms come on slowly and get worse over time. Most of the time it starts with a tremor or sometimes a loss of balance or just general stiffening and soreness and stuff. And over time, it makes a lot of things more difficult. Moving around in general even can affect your automatic movements, like posture, blinking, and moving your arms while you walk. Isn't that interesting?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Later in the progression, it affects a lot more than just basic movements. It can affect your behavior, memory, your overall thinking and reasoning even. And it can cause a lot of irritability and depression and changes in relationships.
Yeah.
Right now, there's not a cure, but there are methods to delay the progress if it's caught early. Basically, high-intensity exercise often, managing your sleep, stress, and diet. There are some medications and cognitive engagement, which these all sound like pretty basic stuff that anyone would tell you, like, do these things to be healthy.
Right, for everything.
But particularly in patients with the beginning stages of Parkinson's and all stages, really, it actually does slow the progress significantly.
Wow.
Especially the often doing high intensity exercise. Yeah. And just cognitive engagement overall, like what you would imagine, like puzzles and reading and learning things and keeping your mind active.
Right.
Through everything. But since the symptoms come on gradually, many people don't realize they have it until it's already developed quite far. Globally, there are about 10 million people with Parkinson's disease. It's the second most common neurodegenerative disease, I think after Alzheimer's, but I didn't look that up. But I assume that is the most common.
That sounds right.
And it's growing faster than any other neurodegenerative disease.
Really?
This generation has 2.5 times increase than the previous generation.
Measles vaccine?
Cases.
Is that what it is?
What? Yeah, it's definitely.
It's not.
Just in case y'all didn't know, we're apparently anti-vaxxers on this podcast.
I'm
kidding.
I'm going anti these
Please
days.
don't call me.
Don't clip that.
Don't clip that. No, I don't know. We don't know why.
Oh, we don't know why.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's a lot of new research that's been done to try to discover this mysterious cause or a cure or a prevention method, but we haven't found any of that. We have learned a lot, though. There's a lot of genetic risk markers that have been identified.
Okay.
That they can screen for. And some environmental factors have been found to be correlated with increased risk, like excess use of caffeine or tobacco. And a type of pollutant, your next Lab Libs. So this type of pollutant, there's actually two answers. It is an environmental factor that increases your risk of getting Parkinson's. You said something really specific.
I'm sorry.
Just tell us what you said.
I said Roundup weed killer.
Yep.
Because I'm pro Roundup these days.
You're pro Roundup these days.
Yeah.
You're using it in your lawn.
I don't care about regulation or anything. Like, get that crap back out there, somebody. So it's not
There's
Roundup.
just so much to clip in this episode.
Oh my god. Debbie does her most sarcastic episode thus far.
Actually, you're close. Yeah.
Okay, what is that?
There are two pollutants that have been correlated with increased risk in Parkinson's. They are pesticides and some water pollutants.
Well, that is one problem with the Roundup, was because it was polluting the water.
Right.
Because people were using it on their lawns, and then it rains or, whatever, and it was carrying, like, the pollutant away.
Yeah.
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 Pesticides.
Just to point out, though, that doesn't necessarily mean that those things cause Parkinson's disease, but they do have a correlation with an increased risk.
Okay.
So correlation isn't the same as causing something. It just could be that something else causes both of those things to be present in your life, right? But it is still important information towards learning more about what the cause is.
So did they realize that because of, like, who was getting it?
I don't know.
I was just curious how they would know.
Maybe there's some sort of surveys being done that ask a bunch of questions about what you've been exposed to over your life or what other conditions you have, that they ask all these questions to people with Parkinson's disease. Or it might be larger demographic surveys where you can just list what disorders you have and they can correlate that information with other questions they've asked you.
Yeah. Okay.
Like, it might not even be specific to Parkinson's where they're getting that information. I'm not sure.
Okay.
So we know some things about what's correlated with risk for Parkinson's, as well as genetic markers. And we have some idea of what's going on in the brain with people that have Parkinson's, even though we're not sure what the mechanism is that's causing these things.
Like why it's happening.
Right.
But we know what is happening.
Right. We know that there are these clumps of proteins called Lewy bodies that are present in brains with Parkinson's disease, and other changes happen in the brain too. Particularly, there's changes in the mitochondria structure that cause cell damage, that the mitochondria start not working properly, and that causes cell damage.
Interesting.
And as everybody knows, mitochondria is the powerhouse of the cell. So if
you've taken Bio 1,
powerhouse
if you've taken Bio 1, then you
ever
know.
in your lifetime, that's the only thing you remember.
High school, anything. We all know the powerhouse.
Yeah. So we've learned a lot, but there's still a lot we don't understand.
Okay.
In walks Joy Milne to the case.
All right.
To the scene. Mm-hmm. Joy and her future husband, Les Milne, have a beginning to their story that is so normal, it's cliche.
Right.
They were high school sweethearts. They met in the late 1960s when she was 16 and he was 17. Mm-hmm. Joy transferred to Les's school where he was on the swim team, and oddly enough, she remembers noticing a nice trait about him, one of your 5 senses. Your next Lab Libs that I've given away several times over in this episode.
All right.
But you got it right anyways.
Yeah, I got it right.
You said smell, which it is.
Like she said he smelled good?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
So Joy has hyposomnia, which means she has a genetically increased sense of smell.
Oh.
And she noticed right away that he had a really nice smell. And she said he had a lovely male musk.
Okay.
They fell in love.
I get it.
Yeah. They fell in love. They had several children. They had successful careers. She's a nurse. He's a doctor. Mm-hmm. They rarely fought. Peaceful marriage. They were both generally quiet, and they appreciated each other's humor. Pretty average. Right?
Nice. Mm-hmm.
Sounds nice.
Yeah.
Then one day in 1975, around then, I had to piece together all the dates here, but I thought it helped understand how long this is happening over. So they're in their 30s now, 1975-ish. She notices that he starts to smell bad no matter what he does.
Really?
No one else, including Les himself, can smell it. No matter what he does, she tells him you need to shower more, buys different detergent, all kinds of things, because she can smell this musty, yeasty, unpleasant odor coming from him.
Well,
no one else can smell
crazy.
It. Yeah.
Yeah. No, I mean what I'm saying. Like,
yeah.
She's probably like, okay, obviously I'm losing it.
Right.
Like, yeah.
Yeah, and he starts getting annoyed about it. Tells her, stop bringing that up.
I suppose so,
you know?
Yeah.
So, I get it. Like, no one likes to be told, like, you fucking smell bad.
Yeah.
And especially
totally normal.
Only one person, like, yeah, that is a weird thing.
Right.
So, eventually she just moves on. And
really?
She just deals with it, that he smells bad to her.
I thought you meant she left him when you said she moved on.
No.
I was like,
yeah, that was it. That was the final straw.
Wow.
No, she gets over it.
Okay.
And they live on and whatever. Unfortunately, over the years, Les changes in a bunch of other ways. He becomes moody, intolerant, less thoughtful, she says, more argumentative. And one night, he starts attacking her in her sleep. He's clearly acting out a nightmare, screaming, shaking her, but he's unaware of anything that he's doing. But still, he's violently attacking her.
Yeah.
So she insists that they go to the doctor and figure out what's wrong.
Right.
And he was diagnosed with Parkinson's that year at age 45.
Oh, wow.
So now we're in around 1995.
Oh, my gosh. That's so young.
I know. So 20 years goes by of them working through Les's worsening symptoms, living with his diagnosis. And one day they go to a type of meeting, an in-person meeting, which is your next Lab Libs that I asked you to guess. What do you think kind of meeting they went to?
Yeah, you said a type of in-person meeting, and I said round table because I did not have any clue what you were asking me. Well, I
Just
thought,
like any kind of meeting that you would go to.
well, I just thought King Arthur's.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought
That's where they probably went. They went to the Renaissance Fair.
they
and
went
had
to
a
like
round
a
table meeting.
support group.
Yeah, they did.
Okay.
They went to a support group. This is sometime around 2012 at this point, as far as I could gather. Joy remembers being a little late, so there were a lot of people there already. Sound familiar?
Yep.
Right. So this is where your out of context quote. She walks into the room, the support group for Parkinson's disease.
Right.
And she thinks, smell.
So she was smelling that smell in that room with all
Yep.
them people.
Yep.
So she
The smell that she's been smelling
she's
for 35, 40 years at this point.
right. She's a bloodhound.
The Parkinson's bloodhound.
She's a Parkinson bloodhound.
So
Oh my gosh.
so she walks into the room. She smells strongly, overpoweringly, the smell that she's been smelling on her husband
Right.
since they were in their early 30s.
Yeah.
And she looks at her husband, tells him. They immediately, being medical professionals, both of them,
Right.
knew that this could be something big
Right.
breakthrough.
Yeah.
She reached out to Tilo Kunath, which is what I'm going with for the pronunciation,
Sure, that sounds right.
a neuroscientist at the University of Edinburgh. Is that right? Tell me again.
Well, okay,
Wow, Debbie knows how to pronounce something.
this is the problem with it, is that for us, this word doesn't really get pronounced like this, but we say like borough.
Okay.
But in Scotland, I believe they don't make it 2 syllables. It's Edinburgh.
Edinburgh.
Yes, perfect.
So he's at the University of Edinburgh. She meets him at a charity event for Parkinson's disease
Okay.
and tells him, what happened, how she believes that she smelled this smell off of people with Parkinson's.
Right.
He writes them off at first.
Of course.
He says, I just dismissed it, I have to say. It just didn't seem possible. You wouldn't think neurodegenerative conditions would have an odor. I mean, he's not wrong.
Right.
That is really weird.
Yeah.
Thing.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
just some random person at a charity event to come to you with.
Right. And it's just such an odd, sense to it for, you know what I mean?
Yes.
Like, where you don't normally compare, diseases with, I could smell the disease on you. You know what I mean?
But later that year, he heard about another study that was about dogs being able to smell cancer. And he thought maybe she has some merit. So he got back in contact with Joy and Liz, and he decided that there was only one way to confirm her claims.
Right.
So it was straight out of a type of middle school competition, in my mind. Your next Lab Libs. What do you think?
A middle school competition.
You said chess. You think they had a chess match about it? A chess tournament?
I'm thinking that sounds... No, that's not even close. But give me a second. Let's see. It's not a spelling bee.
No.
It's a smelling bee.
A smelling bee. Yep, that's it.
No, I don't know. What?
Well, like a science fair.
Oh, yeah, okay.
It's straight out of a science fair, okay?
Yeah,
They
let me show
provided
you my
her-
experience.
Yeah, I feel like I can almost see the trifold board full of
Right.
pictures and data tables.
Yep. Purpose, hypothesis.
Yes. So they provided Joy with 12 shirts, 6 worn by people diagnosed with Parkinson's, 6 worn by people without Parkinson's. They put them each in a Ziploc bag and everything.
I gotta be honest. I thought she was gonna smell people.
Yes, a line of people walk up.
That's what I thought.
I mean, they have to control variables, right? They have to make sure she's only smelling this one person, right? So I think they even went through some process for like freezing it right after so that they could make sure the smell was like
interesting.
fresh and stuff. So they go through all of the process, but it basically boils down to she gets 12 shirts, 6 from people with 6 without.
Okay.
She has 100% accuracy.
Oh my God.
Minus one person that she said has Parkinson's disease, but actually he didn't have Parkinson's disease. But less than a year later, he was diagnosed with Parkinson's disease.
I was going to say, yeah, but maybe they don't know that yet.
Yep.
Oh my gosh.
So once you account for the one that she got quote unquote wrong, that was actually right.
Yeah.
She had 100% accuracy.
Wow.
Of being able to identify it. Now, granted, that's a very small sample size.
Right.
But it's very unlikely that she would get all 12 correct by random chance.
Right.
Right? So Kunath and his team published the paper on this experiment in ACS Central Science in 2019, and they listed Joy Milne as a co-author.
Wow.
Yeah.
Nice.
So, isn't that crazy, first of all, that she can smell Parkinson's just fucking randomly? And she smelled it for so long.
Oh my
because
gosh.
That's why I wanted to go through the timeline, because she started smelling it when they were 31. He was diagnosed when he was 45. Jeez. They didn't go to that support group until 20 years later. So she's been smelling this smell for 35 years at least. Way before he was diagnosed.
Wow.
Can you imagine being her and being finally validated?
Right.
And also figuring out that, like, you knew on some level that he had this before anyone could reasonably know that he had this.
Right.
Wild.
Yeah, very wild.
Mm-hmm. So, based on this original study, many of the compounds responsible for the smell have been found to be increased in this oily substance on the skin of people with Parkinson's disease.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, it's called sebum.
Sebum.
Yeah. Gross. Sounds gross. It is gross.
It does.
It's like the oily stuff on your skin. And it collects in certain places that are like, not to say that anyone isn't washing their body, but there are just certain places that are hard to reach, so you end up scrubbing them less and washing them generally less, like on the back, on the upper back area somewhere.
Yeah.
Like back of your neck and stuff.
I thought it was going to be like she was smelling whatever those things in the brain, like the
that'd be crazy.
Plaque or
the
whatever.
Lewy bodies. That's what they're like.
That's what I was thinking. I was like, is she smelling like that change? But
well, I don't know. It could be. There could be some connection. We're still doing research to figure out what the connection is. It seems to be that there are a bunch of differences in lipid metabolism. For people that have Parkinson's disease. So the way that they metabolize fats and lipids is different, and that's causing different stuff to be in their oily secretions. Gross.
Oh, yeah. This is fun.
Well, anyways, and she can smell it, which is even worse.
That's really weird.
Yeah.
And why does it smell cheesy?
And it smells bad. It's like yeast.
Oh, yeast.
Musty.
I thought you
unpleasant.
said yeast.
That's how she would try to describe it.
Yeasty.
Yeah.
Oh.
So there's many different research groups studying this topic now, and they're each finding different types of compounds that are unique in Parkinson's patients in their sebum. Mm-hmm. One of Kunath's original team members, Perdita Baron, is a certain type of scientist, which is your next Lab Libs.
Come on, you did me so dirty this time.
I did?
Yeah, I'm not getting anything right.
You got smell right.
I did not smell right, and I got
you got Roundup weed killer kind of right.
Kind of. Okay, the type of scientist is the category you gave me, and I said an entomologist.
Probably not that.
Not gonna be that.
Yeah.
Probably.
Okay, so far we've got a neuroscientist. What other kind of scientist do you think? Now that you know we're talking about this oily stuff.
I guess dermatologist could be, but
that's a good guess.
I don't know. Who would specialize in that?
A chemist.
Oh, okay, just a chemist. Okay,
Yeah.
Okay.
So she's a chemist at the University of Manchester.
She's gonna...
Does Manchester have a weird secret pronunciation?
No, you nailed it.
Okay. She's been working on a skin swab test to detect the scent by mass spectrometry. By mass spectrometry.
Right.
Spectrometry? Is that right? That sounds wrong.
No, I think that's right.
It's got too many R's. Yeah, no, I think it's right.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay.
Yeah, they put it in like a chamber type thing and it smells, basically.
Not really. You put any kind of chemical compound that is an unknown thing in there, and it uses a bunch of sensors to measure all the different wavelengths.
Oh.
When you put the light through each type of... Man, I'm reaching deep into my mind for like my college chemistry classes. It like uses a wavelength of light that it puts through the chemical that is unknown.
Right.
And then based on how the light bounces back and what they know about light and known chemicals, they can say, what is this chemical made of?
Okay.
Like what individual, they can give you like a sort of recipe, but it comes out like a colorful lines graph to represent like
Right.
what each of the chemical compounds are in this unknown thing.
Yeah.
They use it to also determine what chemicals are in planets. When they're looking at a planet in the telescope, they can use spectrometry to tell what is in the atmosphere of the planets.
Are you serious?
Yeah. Wow. So yes, they're using mass spectrometry
Okay.
to determine what is exactly in this oily stuff so that they can swab your skin and say, yes, you have these things in your oil, or no, you don't.
I feel like it's not going to be that easy, but...
Well, nothing is ever that easy.
No.
Basically, they did a study to see if her skin swab test works. They had a slightly larger sample size than Joy Milne's 12 t-shirts, but not that large still. She compared 79 people with PD, that's Parkinson's disease, and 71 people without it.
Okay.
To find a set of large lipids that are present only in the PD patients. And then they can transfer the sebum from a blotting paper into the machine analyzer in just a few minutes. So theoretically, if it's accurate, this test could be super helpful for quick diagnosis. Right now, the other diagnosis test is a blood test, which takes a lot longer to process the results, and it involves a lot more people to like interpret all those results. Right. Yeah. So her research is unpublished so far. She's still going about this test to see how accurate it is. But she claims, as so far, that it's reaching up to 90% accuracy.
Wow.
Now, we don't know if it's giving false positives or false negatives because she hasn't published the information yet, but that is pretty promising. And she's working with clinical settings and hospitals to figure out what would be the most efficient ways to go about doing this test as she perfects it.
Right. Yeah, that's what I was going to say. Like, are they, like, swabbing a particular spot, or?
Seems to be that they're swabbing that, like, back of the neck where the collar of your shirt would
they
sit.
think, like, the most common spot, though, it would be traceable on that area. Okay.
A simple test for early diagnosis is truly the key to more effective treatments. Many people have symptoms that they don't notice or they don't process as being red flags. Because some of those symptoms you wouldn't really think to pay attention to necessarily. Like, am I blinking enough? Or are my arms moving when I walk, right?
Am I
like,
blinking as much as I used to?
Is this a tremor? Is it nerves? And you know,
I had too much coffee.
Right, exactly. Because it's not always consistent, your symptoms either.
Yeah.
And it could be some stuff that's seems completely unrelated from each other. Like your mood and your irritability can have something to do with your blinking,
Right.
or other types of movement things. Like, you might not put that together for a long time.
If you keep brushing it off as this little thing happened or that little thing happened, then that does delay the diagnosis.
Right. It's not like a one-step solution to the problem.
Yeah, no.
But it would be easier to screen people
Yes.
of a certain age or that have certain genetic factors.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
It would be easier to screen them early without having to do all these weird testing or tracking to see maybe if this is a symptom or that's maybe a symptom.
Yeah, that's true.
Maybe it would be even routine that everybody gets screened for it if it was so easy, right? Lots of people, it could take 20 years before they get a diagnosis, but they can think back and think 20 years ago these symptoms may have started.
Oh, my gosh.
So after Les died in 2015, Joy said to Scientific American, my husband suffered from Parkinson's for 21 years after his diagnosis, but he had it many years before that. I would like to see, it almost makes me cry.
Yeah.
I would like to see that people don't suffer the way he suffered.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's actually a huge backlog of people waiting to be tested for Parkinson's disease.
Like with the blood test and all
Yes.
that?
In certain places where there are only a few specialized medical institutions that can test you and give you your results and
Right.
walk you through the treatments and stuff.
I suppose
There's
lot of
backlog of thousands of people.
I suppose they do more of a diagnosis by symptoms. Like, they might start treating somebody with something based on the symptoms and everything even before they were able to get a blood test.
Oh, you mean they're starting treatment in the meantime?
Right.
Yeah. Especially because it's mostly lifestyle changes anyways that are
True.
healthy regardless.
Right. That's true.
Yeah. Yeah. So if they could get through that backlog with a skin swab that can be done in just a few minutes, analyzed by a machine, then that would be a big benefit.
Yeah. That's pretty incredible.
So the University of Manchester has continued the line of research as well. And they are in collaboration with this program called Medical Detection Dogs.
Yeah.
They're trying to develop training programs to determine if dogs can smell this odor
Okay.
that Parkinson's disease has, that Joy can smell. They ended up putting, this is your next Lab Libs coming up here.
Okay.
They put through 10 dogs into this initial training program.
Okay.
How many of the pups do you think got through the training program to be good enough to do it?
Well, I said 2.
I said a number 1 through 5, so it wasn't all of them.
Yeah, I think 2 sounds good.
Yeah, it was 2.
What kind of dogs? You don't know.
I don't know. It didn't say.
Okay.
It didn't say.
Just wonder if it's like bloodhounds.
Right? Like if they're particularly good sniffers.
Yeah.
This type of dog? Maybe. Well, 2 dogs got through the training program out of 10. And they're not 100% accurate because they're just puppies.
Because they're babies.
But they were well above pure chance on accuracy. Somewhere between 70 to 90% correct.
Okay.
Depending on the day and depending on the dog.
Right. Yeah.
And there's only 2 of them, so there's going to be high variability
Right.
in this study. It's a terrible sample size.
Yeah.
But we're starting out. We're trying some stuff
Right.
here.
I mean,
So yeah, they're well above pure chance on accuracy. So they're doing something.
yeah.
But one of the main goals of this study with the dogs wasn't necessarily to use the dogs to smell people clinically and diagnose them. But the main idea for the study was more to do experiments on figuring out what they're smelling. Maybe if they could smell this odor, then we can give them different odors that we think might be related. Here's what we think is causing that odor. Do they go towards that in a similar way?
Okay. That makes sense.
Yeah. So we would use that information to develop more accurate diagnosis tools.
Right.
There's a bunch of crazy stuff happening all over the world based on this one woman's ability to smell.
Really?
In China, they're developing a new type of technology too. Your next Lab Libs, what do you think is the new type of technology that China is using to tackle this idea?
I said AI, which I suppose it could be, but I'm going to tell you the other word that I hear a lot of that I have no idea what it is.
Tell me.
Nanotechnology.
It could be nanotechnology. Could you imagine?
No, because I don't know what that means.
I think it's like tiny microscopic robots.
It's tiny technology.
I'm pretty sure it's microscopic robots.
Little robots?
Little tiny robots.
Okay.
Little tiny
Is it
little
AI?
drones. Yeah, it's AI.
AI? Okay.
So in China, they're developing an AI nose, which you guessed earlier. You were like, you could put it in there. When I was talking about the spectrometer, you were like, you could put it in there like a machine nose. And I was like,
there it is.
yes. Yeah, so China is trying to do that.
Huh, okay.
Currently, you need to have a gas spectrometer to read any results from this sebum skin test, swab test thing. And those are bulky and very expensive machines. But researchers in China, Jun Lu and Xing Chen, and their colleagues are building a portable and cheap system to do the task in a more accessible way.
Like nanotechnology.
No. Like nasal technology.
Oh, yes, that's what it is.
They've combined the gas spectrometer device in a more simplified way.
Right.
With a surface acoustic wave sensor.
Right. That's what I was going to say.
I think is that they can put something that is smelly and is giving off waves of
It's smelly.
odor.
Right.
Chemicals, right? That cause an odor.
Right.
And the machine can sense that just from the air inside of it. Like a nose would smell.
Right.
Right?
Yeah.
It's quote unquote sniffing the air in some way.
Right.
I think that's what that means. I don't know. Because those are a lot of words.
Sounds right.
But yeah. And they've also combined that with machine learning algorithms to be able to smell odors released in this gaseous scent wave.
Right.
And use the algorithms that they've programmed to match the compounds from the test sample to known samples who have PD or samples from people who are healthy.
Right.
So it's taking out the process of people trying to match those compounds up and is teaching a machine learning algorithm to do it. Which this is actually a task that machine learning is good at. This is what we should be using AI for, not fucking Google searches.
Right. No, I agree. There are like some really, really good uses for humanity, you know?
So their device, they claim, has reached nearly 80% accuracy. They actually have published a study about it.
Okay.
Unlike the skin swab woman, people, it's not just her, but she's, I'm sure, doing also fine research. It just hasn't been published yet. But the AI nose has had some false positives, just like the dogs are. That was also their problem. They'll say something is Parkinson's when it's actually not.
Yeah, that's what you don't want.
Right.
You don't want that call.
I mean, technically, a false positive is sort of better than a false negative because it's on the side of caution. It's more stressful to say, like, hey, you got this disease, but you actually don't. But in a way, it's better than saying, nope, you don't have it. You're all good.
All good.
But then you actually do have it. Then clinically, that would be worse because then you're not taking the steps needed to avoid things, right?
Whatever.
False positives are also bad. So we want it to be accurate. The research team that's working on this have been trying to improve its accuracy by testing it on more people to improve the AI knowledge base. They also said they're considering race and other variables for the model to improve accuracy worldwide.
Okay.
Now, a question I had throughout this whole research journey is, are there other people who can smell this? It can't just be Joy Milne, right?
I wondered the same thing, like if that was a condition that other people have.
Right. Like, it can't just be, there's other people with hypersomnia
That's what I'm saying.
that have increased sense of smell genetically. Like,
Yeah.
there must be other people who can smell this Parkinson's odor.
Yeah,
right?
that's true.
Now, I tried searching to see if there was some sort of call from research teams on the internet, like a call to say, hey, I think I have this. Can I contact you for research? And it seemed that I was not the only one looking for that. But I could not find a place that was taking submissions, for lack of a better word, of people saying, I think I can smell this thing. Google AI said that, like, when I Googled it, the AI answer said that researchers are looking for other super smellers.
Yeah, of course.
But I couldn't find a source for the claim.
Right.
So I don't know if it was just making stuff up or what. I would think that they're looking for more people, right?
I would think that would have been...
Joy, poor Joy, she's like 80-something years old now.
Like, I get the dogs scenario and everything, but the original thing that was able to detect it was a human.
Right.
So you would think trying humans would be a thing.
And I could find plenty of people saying they think they can smell
They
it.
have the...
Yeah, so maybe they are out there looking for people, but maybe they're doing it in more, like, targeted way than just letting people submit online or something. I don't know. I expected to find more things about other people who can smell this, but
Right.
I didn't find any other, like, much other studies saying we found another super smeller, we found this or whatever. But I did find an interesting Facebook post by some random guy named Henry on a support group page for Parkinson's.
Okay.
That he said his wife smelled his Parkinson's odor years before his diagnosis, and that he has tried contacting the researchers in Manchester, the ones I was talking about, with no response. Because this whole thing went pretty viral when it happened. Like,
Really? Okay.
like, especially in the neuroscience community, of course, but in the Parkinson's community too.
Right.
Like, everybody was talking about the woman who could smell Parkinson's. Right? A lot of comments on his post of other people saying that they or their partners can also smell it. And people saying they could smell it and no one else has. Like, no one else around them can smell it.
Right.
That they can smell it on their shirts of the people around their neck. They describe it as musky or oniony or foul. Lots of people saying their doctors were dismissive of this even after the study on Joy Milne came out. They were still dismissive
Right.
that,
Of course.
that their partner could smell their Parkinson's odor, right? Then I found this study from Germany where they used young women. This is how they said it. They used young women as sniffers.
Okay.
Now, these people have been previously familiarized with the Parkinson's disease smell.
Okay.
And now they were doing a study to see if they could identify it, like blindly, in the same way,
Right.
with the t-shirts and everything. Basically, very similar test to the one Joy did in her experiment. They gave t-shirts to 15 people with PD and 19 healthy people, told them to wear it for a night, and then they put it in the Ziploc bags, just like the original study. And they gave those to 26 women to rate the scent in a couple of different ways.
Okay.
First, they asked them, like, to qualitatively describe it, what it smelled like. And then they also quantitatively asked them, does this person have the Parkinson's disease or not?
Right.
Right, so they had a couple different data points about it. They also gave them a third set of odors, which was an artificial Parkinson's disorder.
Really?
An artificial PD odor made from mixing 4 volatile organic compounds. That's what they're called, VOCs.
Okay.
They mixed these 4 VOCs, scents, basically, volatile organic compounds, that's like a scent,
Right.
into a bottle to make this artificial PD thing to see if they could recreate the smell with the known compounds that they know are common in this oily sebum from the people. That's basically what they thought were causing the smell. These 4 most common, most increased compounds.
Gotcha.
So these 26 women who knew what the smell was from before
Yeah.
can identify PD also.
Wow.
Crazy, right?
And these are not necessarily women that have that disorder.
No, they're not people with hypersomnia or whatever.
Right.
Like, they don't have any
No,
increased
they're just
sense
like
of smell.
regular people.
They're just regular people. Wow. Right?
Wow, that's
Crazy.
crazy. Yeah, it's wild.
They described the real PD odor as strong, sweaty, musty, and unpleasant. And then the odors that were from the artificial PD combination and the healthy people, they described those both as natural, neutral, subtle, even clean sometimes. Even though they were still from person's dirty t-shirt.
Right.
So it seems that it's more than just the 4 compounds they thought it was going to be. Because that didn't trick them. They didn't think those were
Yeah,
ones
they
with
haven't
Parkinson's.
recreated that smell yet.
Right.
Right.
These women were pretty accurate. How accurate do you think they were? Your next Lab Libs. Between 50 and 100%. How accurate were they?
I said 69, obviously.
Nice.
I mean, that sounds pretty okay. Maybe lower. No, it's higher than that.
It's higher.
What is it?
80 to 90.
Wow. Okay.
Up to 90% accurate.
Wow.
And like I said, the artificial PD didn't trip them up. So the odor must be coming from more than just those 4 compounds. So it may be that many women or many people can differentiate the smell.
Yeah.
Maybe all those people in the Facebook comments really can smell
Really
it.
can.
You know, it's not as rare.
Right.
But this one person just happened to be the one that put 2 and 2 together about it.
Right. I was going to say, it just happens to be the one that got actually, tested.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, taken seriously by the medical community. Yeah.
Right.
And, they were both medical professionals, so
That's
that probably
true.
gave them
Some credibility.
right? Or even networking. They knew who to talk to and
connections,
stuff.
right.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah.
This is really going to change how we not only think about diagnosing Parkinson's, but other neurodegenerative disorders. And it's kind of a nod to medicine from long past. In the past, it was not uncommon for physicians to use things like breath tests and scent signaling in diagnosis of diseases in general. So maybe this is a lesson that even when we come up with new fancy tests and medicine, that there are still kind of older methods, sometimes simple methods,
Right.
that still hold a lot of importance.
Right.
Now, like I said earlier, Les died in 2015 from Parkinson's disease. But before he died, he and Joy spent a few hours each day for the last 6 weeks of his life writing about everything that had happened to him between the time that she smelled his weird odor to the time that he was diagnosed.
Right.
They thought that since she smelled it on him so early, that maybe he was showing symptoms that we don't even know are symptoms.
Okay.
So they spent time thinking about their life. They said it was kind of cathartic also.
Yeah.
And nice to talk again about everything that they'd been through. To try to help others to find the disease sooner than they did.
Yeah.
So, and Joy is still working on this field of research, even into her 80s now.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
She's trying to determine if she has the power to smell other diseases, like Alzheimer's or cancer, and see if that can help them figure out other diagnostic tools or other causes of these disorders.
Wow.
Her husband's final words to her were, "You won't let this go. You will do it, won't you? You promise?" And she's definitely kept her promise.
Yeah. She sounds pretty amazing.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Yeah, Totally.
And like I said, even because she felt crazy.
You know it. And she was, like, everybody and herself were gaslighting her whole life, telling her, nah, you're smelling this imaginary smell.
I know.
No one else can smell it.
Like, you would definitely question it yourself.
Yeah, pretty incredible. And
Wow.
it's opened up this whole field of
Yeah, that's awesome.
study.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
Very, very cool. Thank you for sharing that with me.
Yep.
That's like cutting edge.
Some cutting edge shit there. Well, I fell down this very smelly rabbit hole. Tell me about the rabbit hole you fell down this week.
Okay, so as you know, I have no time for anything ever because
Right.
I have so much stuff going on. So I don't get to fall down very many like rabbit holes on my own. So I have to research my rabbit holes
Yeah.
from like something that I've been interested in before or
Right.
I've seen, but I didn't really research it much, or it's something like that I thought about for the show, but it just wasn't the right like fit for our show.
You purposefully research and plan to fall down the rabbit hole is what you're saying.
Yeah, but the way that this actually started was I saw something in passing about the exact amount of length that marathons are.
Okay.
And why they are the length that they are, because they are 26.2 miles.
Okay. Yeah.
If I'm
sounds right.
getting that correctly. And I was like, so I looked at that a little bit, but then it triggered like another memory of mine of something that I thought was really wild. But I will give you information on marathon real quick because it's pretty incredible. In 1908, in the Olympic Games in London, and the course, I believe it was 25 miles originally.
Okay.
But for this certain Olympics, they extended it to accommodate the British royal family. Queen Alexandra requested that the race start on the lawn of the Windsor Castle and finish in front of the royal box at the Olympic Stadium.
Oh.
That distance just happened to be 26.2 miles.
So we've just kept that ever since.
And then we just stuck with that. Yeah.
That's funny.
Right?
I like that.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
She's just a girl.
She's just a girl.
And she just wanted it to start from her house. And ever since then,
and
we're
at her
like-
stadium.
Yeah, and at her stadium. Yeah. Wow, that's funny. She's just a girl and she controlled how long marathons are forever.
Right? For forever. Yeah, exactly.
Wow.
So that led me to remember something, and I was curious if you've ever heard about
Okay.
the 1904 Olympics.
Not off the top of my head.
Okay, well,
Are you excited? That's exciting for you. I can see it in your face.
let me just tell you a little bit about the wild and crazy shit that went on in the 1904 Olympics
I'm so excited.
in St. Louis. The first weird thing about it is that it lasted like 6 months.
The Olympics?
Yes, it started in like March or April maybe and finished in like November.
Doesn't seem normal.
Right, exactly. So it's not normal.
The Olympics have been going on for a long time, right? Like
Yeah.
Hundreds of years?
Yeah, I think it kind of goes back to like Romans, right?
I don't know. Let's move on.
Okay. Anyway,
This is a rabbit hole. We don't have time for that.
yeah, we don't have time. We're going to research this. Okay. Oh, I'm going to start with who was there and who was able to compete. Okay.
Okay.
So travel to St. Louis was difficult for many international athletes. And also political tensions abroad also kind of limited participation. So as a result of that, the games had far less international representation. And out of roughly 600 competitors, 580 were Americans.
No.
Yeah. They couldn't get anybody from other countries. This is the American Olympics.
Oh my god.
Oh god.
Wouldn't that be funny if that happened now?
So funny.
Because the Olympics are going to be in LA in 2028.
Oh, true. Yeah.
Wouldn't that be hilarious if everyone was like, we're not coming?
I mean,
It just sounded like so familiar the way you said it. I was like, this could be happening right now.
okay, so the marathon. The race was batshit, okay? From what I have read and looked into, it was dusty, dirty. There was cars still, like exhaust fume. Everything was freaking insane. So the race was run in extreme heat on dusty roads with no water stations.
No. They're going to kill these American Olympians.
Only 14 of the 32 runners finished.
Oh my god.
Yeah. And then the guy that ended up winning, his name was Frederick Lords. He had actually ridden in a car for 11
Shut up.
God. He had ridden in a car for 11 miles.
Well, no wonder he won.
And jumped back out at the end.
Wow. But they still, like, gave him gold?
No.
Okay.
Let me tell you about the second one that won. His name is Thomas Hicks. And he was basically collapsing almost to the finish line.
Oh.
Because he was given by his trainers as a stimulant
Oh god, I'm nervous.
strychnine and brandy and egg whites.
Excuse me? That's not a stimulant.
Well, fucking apparently it is.
Brandy.
It won him that race, didn't it?
That reminds me of those weird marathons where you like chug a beer or eat a donut every so often or something. Have you heard of those?
Yeah. That's true. Yeah, you do a shot of brandy.
Shot of brandy every couple of miles. That'll help.
Oh my god.
Oh my god. But I mean, it did. It worked, I guess.
I suppose so. So
Imagine they did that now at the Olympics, just like in the middle. They were like, let me have a shot really quick.
okay, I got a new event for you. It's called Plunge for Distance.
Plunge for distance.
That's right. So
What?
what you do is
Please tell me. It's not a plunger.
you dive into the water
Okay.
and you have to float motionless under the water, and depending on how long you stayed under and how far you drifted, you won.
Okay. Interesting.
The winner in 1904, he went 60 feet without moving.
Oh,
So that's good.
good for him.
I thought that was pretty great.
Okay.
Yeah.
In the 80s, there was an Olympic sport of ski dancing. And it was like, they would do like flips and tricks, like ice skating, but they were on skis.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. I forgot to mention that it was also, this made it even more wild.
The 1904 Olympics?
The 1904 Olympics.
Okay.
It was in conjunction with the World's Fair.
Oh.
Right.
Wait, wasn't the World Fair in like Chicago or something?
Not in 1904.
Oh, that was another one that we talked about.
Another one that I can't
1908?
remember. That's
No.
what it feels. It feels like 1908 to me. That is maybe right.
Someone please
It's kind of
correct
right.
us in the comments and tell us
Like
we're wrong.
kind of right, but like not. So the one thing that I heard about way back in the day about this was, since that was also the World's Fair, and they had how shall I say, enclosed displays of indigenous peoples.
Oh, no. What? Enclosed displays?
Indigenous.
I hate that a lot. Wow.
So, organizers had indigenous people and other groups who were part of like the I'm sorry. I didn't say the right words. They were called cultural exhibits.
Oh, well, that's so much better.
Yeah.
That's fine then.
That was at the World's Fair, so they thought, oh, cool. Let's also have them compete in the Olympics.
Oh, God. Against their will?
I don't know.
Wow.
What was and wasn't against their will. Like, I do know
I'm assuming it's against their will. Like, that they had no say in it, at least.
probably not a whole lot of say, I would imagine, but I also think that a lot of the indigenous peoples that were in these type of exhibits and stuff, because this is not the only one.
Oh.
I think they're coerced in some way, shape, or form or fashion. Like, I'll help you, I'll feed you, I'll close up.
Suck.
We're terrible.
White humans, white people suck.
We do.
Like, we're just really bad.
Yep.
Historically.
So the organizers did that because they wanted to compare the athletic ability between cultures. And
I hate it.
And as you can imagine, it's widely criticized today. Okay.
Well, I hope so. The rabbit holes are supposed to be fun.
I know.
I don't like this.
This is so fucked. It's really fucked. It's really, really, really fucked.
That's devastating.
Yeah, so sorry about that rabbit hole.
Sheesh.
But, needless to say, the 1904 Olympics were a complete and utter shit show.
Yeah.
Starting from how freaking long they were.
And how they were not very global.
They were way too long.
And then you add in the human rights atrocities.
Right. You can throw that in there.
I thought this was going to be about the length of a marathon.
I told you about the length of a marathon.
That wasn't related to this at all.
I mean...
So wait, I have one question about that, though.
Okay.
This was 1904. They did the weird marathon length in 1908, right?
Yeah.
So did they have a marathon in 1904? Was it 25 miles?
I don't know how long it was. But I do know that the almost winner rode in a car for 11 miles of it.
Oh, gosh.
There's so much more. I encourage people to look up some of the events and how things played out when they were there. Oh my gosh. It was just, I'm like, who planned this? What are you doing?
Wow.
Yeah. So that's fun.
Not fun at all.
No, it's not that fun.
This is what I'm talking about when people are like, oh, I was born in the wrong time. Like, I wish I was born in the olden days when everything was good. Everything was not good.
Yeah.
Things were not good.
You see things like that and you're like, oh, no.
Things are not good now either, but things were not good before.
All right. Well, that being said, we will be back.
Wait, one more thing.
Yeah.
I don't know if anybody watched the Olympics a few weeks ago or whenever it was, but I just want to talk about a couple of sports that I think are totally insane.
Okay. Oh, I'll play this game.
Okay?
Yeah.
Because I don't usually watch. I love the Olympics. That's one thing about me is I get really into sports, particularly for the Olympics.
Yeah.
But mostly I like the Summer Olympics.
I
don't get patriotic about it. Like I like the American gymnasts and ice skaters and stuff. But honestly, I don't care who wins. Like I'm not like gung-ho for America to get the most medals or anything. I just like the Olympics a lot. And now you can watch all of the Olympics on demand.
Everything.
Practically. You can watch anything.
Yeah.
So starting in the Summer Olympics a couple years ago, I got really into it. I watched a bunch of wild things. And this is the first time I've really been into the Winter Olympics.
Yeah.
So I didn't
me too.
even know a lot of these weird sports. Like skeleton. Have you ever heard of that?
Oh, I am very familiar.
What the hell?
There's skeleton.
Too fast. They're going. Way too fast. And head first.
Headfirst.
first.
Yep.
It's too much. What's
No.
the one that's like skiing, but also rifles?
I saw that one.
It's like mountaineering or something.
I saw that one.
Was not expecting that
They were,
combination.
like, up in the mountains, and I was like, "Are those guns?"
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, curling is still obviously a whole mystery to me.
It is a mystery, and people love it.
People love it so much.
They love it so much.
I
But
think it's
my biggest question,
because it's so mysterious.
my biggest question is, where the fuck do you go to learn fucking curling?
Hell if I know.
Like, who goes, you know what? I think I'm thinking about getting into curling. I'm
Yeah.
going to go down the street.
Well, I learned something when I was watching the Olympics. I don't know about curling, but
Yeah.
I know that for things like skeleton and the other luge type
luge and everything.
sports,
Yeah.
you don't start off in that sport because there are so few facilities that have tracks.
Right.
There's only several in the world.
Exactly.
So you don't just start from age 5 and say, I'm going to go be
I'm gonna be a
do
skeleton.
skeleton. I'm going to be a loser, you know? You actually, most of them start in track and field. And then
Right.
at some point, they transfer to one of these other specialized sports
Yeah.
in their career.
I think I may have heard that a little bit.
So maybe you start off doing something else and then
It's just weird.
you take your
I don't
crack
know.
at curling for some reason.
So what other ones do you not understand being a sport? You have any other ones?
I also think there's too many of the I'm on a snowboard or I'm on skis and I jump real big. There's
Right.
too many. Like, we don't need all of the, like, we could just
No.
have a couple of those,
I'm
you know?
sorry, and I will die on this snow-covered hill, okay? What I call whee! It's not a sport.
Are you talking about ski jumping where they go?
They just go, yes, like a flying squirrel.
Yes.
All they do is go off a big cliff and pose like a flying squirrel, and that's supposed to
and
be
then
impressive.
You heard about the penis injections in that sport, right?
No.
Okay, we're going on a rabbit hole inside the rabbit hole right now. But really quickly,
Oh,
really quickly, in ski jumping, that's the sport you're talking about where they go, wee!
yeah.
There are like many jumping sports in the Olympics, but this one in particular, they do that
Okay.
motion,
The
right?
wee,
They're not doing a trick, really. They're just going for distance.
Just whee. Mm-hmm.
And apparently, a little bit of extra fabric in your suit, particularly in the front region. If you have just a little bit more material there, you fly way farther for some reason. Because of the drag or, I don't know, physics, but
You know
for some
what?
reason.
I'm going to call bullshit, and I'm going to say that they're patting their crotches because of the way the camera looks at them when they're
patting
doing
their
wee.
crotches. Listen. They inject their penis with some sort of acid. It was something crazy, like hydrochloric acid or something ridiculous, to make it all swollen when they go get fitted for the suit.
Okay.
And the swelling lasts for just a couple of months. So by the time they get their suit back and go compete in the Olympics, it's just a little bit looser than when they got fitted for it.
Right.
But it's not a substance that can be tested for in the like drug testing.
Oh.
So they end up with like a couple of inches, and it's like something like for every inch of extra material in the crotch of their suit, they fly like 9 feet farther.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
So it was this huge controversy in ski jumping this year. Are they?
The penis injection.
There was a whistleblower of someone anonymously told the Olympic Committee that there were these men doing penis injections.
Unbelievable.
Yep.
Unbelievable. But that being said, that one just seemed the dumbest to me this year. I was just like,
Yeah.
bro, you're literally just getting like shot off of this big cliff. Like, come on.
Did you see the moguls with the knees? That your knees hurt when you were watching it?
No, I didn't see the moguls.
Okay, they're on
No.
skis.
Yeah.
With their legs real bent.
Okay.
And there's all these hills.
Moguls. Mm-hmm.
There's all these hills in the snow.
They're called
and they have
moguls. Yep.
Oh, you know what that is then?
I know what moguls are, yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, that's what the event is called too, and they have to go back and forth in their skis. But every time they do it, you can see their knees like.
Yeah, I always like wonder about these people that do this, like a sport that puts you in like hockey players, the goalies that they're like bending over a lot the whole time. You know what I mean? Like they've got to get like back and hip issues. Like there's no way that you can be in a certain pose for hours and hours and hours and not get issues.
Of them, they must. Like, look at even the ice skaters. They jump up and land with like thousands of pounds of force.
That's true.
Onto one foot.
That's true.
Crazy.
I didn't think about that. But that being said, the ice skating is my favorite.
Oh, it was so beautiful.
It was.
Yeah.
They're pretty incredible.
Yeah, Alyssa Liu is my favorite person on planet Earth.
Yeah. She was pretty spectacular. I think that before I knew anything about her, like, I just, like, when I first saw her perform, like, that she was just having fun.
Yeah, she was.
She wasn't taking it, like,
having fun.
The competition, like, of it all. She was just like, I'm going to go out there and kill it. Like,
Yeah, and she did.
Yeah.
Well, anyways.
All right, well, we'll be back
In a couple of weeks.
And we love you guys.
And you can find all of the sources in our show notes.
Yep. And Lab Libs, you can play along.
Yep. That's a fun thing for you to try if you haven't noticed that existing yet. In the show notes, before you click play, you try to guess all the Lab Libs.
That's right.
You do.
That's right. And like, subscribe, whatever. Just let us know you're out there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you can always find us on Instagram too at lablibs_podcast.
Oh, yeah. There's a lot of really cool stuff on there now. Yeah.
Yeah, there is.
Yeah.
We're even suggesting other podcasts you might like.
So give us a listen, give them a listen, and we will talk to you guys later.
Bye.
Bye.